What is this manufactured metal thing I found during a renovation of a 1968 house? Approximately 5 pounds, or 2.3 kilograms, and 8.5 by 5.5 inches, or 22 by 14 centimeters. The part in the center slides in from the back and seems to be intended for a wooden handle. There's a hole to put a retaining screw or nail, but I don't know why. There's a fair amount of slack around the ball end, and you can see a couple of bolt holes as well. It has too much gap around the ball to be a shutoff for anything, but it seems like you were expected to put it in one of the 4 directions and rest the center bit in a groove. Any idea what it is? It's a mid-century Atlas floor scrubber, used to rub wax into hardwood floors. For hours, I polished the corridors in my barracks with it, spread the floor wax on the floor, and then polish with this iron broom. The wax made it slide rather easily, and the weight allowed the user to just swish it back and forth, without having to press down all the time. It was replaced by electric machines in the 80s. I still have the smell of the wax in my nose after 50 years. I found this at a thrift store. It's 3 inches long, 2 inches in diameter, and the metal is not magnetic. The long leather strap is coiled inside, and the metal loop on the side is hinged so it can lie flat. Google Lens insists it's a beer tankard, but I think it's an antique measuring tape. Any ideas? Thank you. This object is an antique retractable leather razor strop, typically dating from the late 19th century to the early 1920s. During these eras, before modern disposable blades, maintaining a sharp edge on a straight razor was a daily necessity. These items were designed for the well-groomed traveling gentleman to sharpen and realign the edges of straight razors on the go. It contains a simple coiled spring retractable mechanism inside a metal casing, allowing the leather strap to be easily pulled out and rolled back up after use. What is this thing? I found it, and I have no clue what it is. Approximately 3.5 by 5.25 inches, made of metal. And it looks like an advertising broom holder of some kind. I was told it's a bottle opener, or a can opener. Any information you can give will be greatly appreciated. It's a vintage advertising towel holder, made by the C.E. Erickson Company Incorporated, from the 1920s through the late 1960s. These are typically enameled or painted tin, wall-mounted, and designed to hold towels, which served as a promotional novelty for other companies. What are these items found on the wall at Cracker Barrel? Nobody knew what it was or what it was used for in the past. The wire is around 25 inches long, and the ring is around 14 inches in diameter. I think it used to have a cloth bag with a casing sewn around the hoop part, and it held clothespins and hung on the drying lines outside. Another suggestion was a chicken catcher, used to catch a chicken on butchering day. We never really found out what it was, so any help would be appreciated. It's the metal rim and a stiff wire for hoop rolling, a popular children's pastime in the 19th century. Hoop rolling is an ancient worldwide traditional game and sport where a hoop is rolled along the ground, using a stick or hook. Players guide the hoop to keep it upright, often racing or maneuvering through obstacles for exercise, coordination, and fun. This was a picture found while going through my parents' garage. They both used to frequent auctions and flea markets, so it could be a picture of anywhere. I'm just curious if anybody knows where this is and how old this picture is. Thanks in advance. That's the Missouri Governor's Mansion, a historic U.S. residence in Jefferson City, Missouri, built in 1871. It was once called in 1957 as an unwanted governor's mansion, as Governor James T. Blair, Jr. refused to move into the then 86-year-old executive mansion, as it was described as a rat-infested fire trap. The mansion was notoriously disliked upon completion. Critics and locals often describe the ornate French Second Empire-style mansion, designed by architect George Ingham Barnett, as a bird cage or gingerbread house, deemed too ostentatious and expensive at the time of its construction, at a cost of $75,000. Despite early disdain, the building has since been preserved, and on May 21, 1969, it was added to the U.S. National Register of Historic Places. Today, the mansion is recognized as a historic landmark and is open for tours, offering a stark contrast to its initial reputation as an unwanted building. Can anyone tell me what this light is? All I know is that it's from the time frame of the 1950s to 1960s. Can you please tell me what this was for? Thank you. It's a World War II German Wehrmacht diamond flashlight, a standard-issue portable signaling torch used by German infantry and engineers. It includes sliding mechanisms to move green, red, and sometimes blue or neutral lenses over the main lens, allowing for colored signaling. It has leather straps for attaching it to a belt or buttonhole. What is this silver-plated acorn-shaped capsule from inheritance? I inherited this item from my uncle, and I'm puzzled about what kind of object it is. It's a small acorn-shaped capsule that is lined with wood, with two fitting cylinders, made of silver or perhaps silver-plated aluminium. If applicable, the original owner was born in the Dutch East Indies and returned to the Netherlands in the 1930s. Can you please help me identify what this thing is? It's an early 20th century collapsible cigarette holder, missing the mouthpiece part. Here's another one bought from an Italian dealer at an antique market. The holder itself collapses into several interlocking telescopic pieces to fit inside the small acorn case. When extended, it holds a cigarette at one end while the user smokes from the other. The acorn container is small, often featuring a loop that allows it to be attached to a chain, bracelet, or necklace as a portable fashion accessory. What is this thin metal with two finger-sized holes and a third small oval further away? It is about 4 inches long, and it has the words Modern Specialties Company and patent applied for on it. We don't think it is for pasta, but that is what we have heard the most. Someone also said it's for making hook and loop rugs or some other sort of crafting, but the loop area seems a bit large for this, and the handle would be a bit unwieldy. Another one said it's an ear curette, but I don't think this would be a wise thing to stick in your ear. I would really love to know what it was used for. Please tell us down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.